Okay, let's talk about it. We have all been there. You're next in line at the coffee shop. That menu board looks like it's in a completely different language, and you just feel this wave of panic. You just want coffee, but you don't know the secret password to get the one you're actually dreaming of. Well, we're gonna fix that for good.
And trust me, you are not alone in feeling this way. This comment from a Reddit thread for baristas just perfectly captures that feeling of word jumbling. It's a surprisingly universal experience, but hey, by the end of this, you are going to be ordering like a seasoned pro. I mean, it's a familiar feeling, right? Just staring up at that board. Totally lost. Well, today, we are cracking the coffee code. Let's get into it. So the first big secret to coffee confidence, it's realizing that pretty much every fancy-sounding drink on that menu is just a different mix of 3 super simple ingredients. So let's break them down. Okay, everything starts here with espresso. Think of it as the powerful, concentrated heart of your drink. It's not just, strong coffee. It's made with a very specific method that creates this bold, intense flavor. Almost everything else is built right on top of this. Next up, we've got steamed milk. And this isn't just microwaved milk, okay? The steam one heats it up and creates this incredible, smooth, almost velvety texture that mixes perfectly with the espresso. This is what gives a latte its creamy, comforting body. And finally, milk foam. This is what happens when the barista lets more air in during that steaming process. What you get is a light, airy, almost cloud-like layer. It's all about the texture, and it's the key difference between so many popular drinks. And look, here's how it all comes together. A latte? It's mostly that velvety steamed milk with just a little bit of foam on top. A cappuccino, on the other hand, is a perfect balance of thirds. 1 part espresso, 1 part steamed milk, and 1 part thick, airy foam. Then you've got the flat white, which usually has 2 shots of espresso and a very thin layer of that silky microfoam, making it taste stronger than a latte. It's amazing, right? Same ingredients, completely different drinks. Oh, and we can't forget the Americano. This one's the easiest of all. It's just espresso plus hot water. You get that rich, complex flavor of espresso, but it's stretched out so it's closer in strength to a regular cup of coffee. All right, so you've decoded the menu, you've picked your drink. Now, how do you actually say it? You want to be clear, quick, and get exactly what you want. Believe it or not, there's a formula for that. Seriously, baristas on Reddit all agree. This is the magic formula. You start with the size and temperature, hot or iced, because that tells them what cup to grab first. Then say the drink name, your milk choice, and finish up with any custom stuff, like flavors or extra shots. For example, a large iced latte with oat milk and 1 pump of vanilla. Boom. Simple, clean, perfect. And hey, if you want to sound even smoother, you can kick off your order with one of these. Can I get a is super common and friendly. I'd like a works great too. Just string that together with your order, and don't forget to tell them if it's for here or to go. And hey, don't sweat it if you forget something. The barista will probably ask you a few follow-up questions. Just knowing these quick, polite answers keeps the whole thing moving along smoothly for everyone. Okay, you have officially mastered the fundamentals. Now, let's level up with a few pro tips that will make you feel like a true coffee insider. So what happens when your words are still getting lost in translation? This user from the UK points out a classic problem. One person's splash can be a totally different thing to someone else. It's a surprisingly common mix-up. And here is the genius solution. I love this. The Reddit thread was completely unanimous. The little pinch gesture is a nearly foolproof universal sign for just a tiny bit. Seriously, whether it's milk in your coffee or whatever, this little gesture works wonders when words just aren't cutting it. Okay, beyond hand gestures, knowing a few extra terms can open up a whole new coffee world. First up, the affogato. The name means drowned in Italian, and it's maybe the simplest, most delicious coffee dessert out there. A scoop of vanilla ice cream with a shot of hot espresso poured right over the top. That's it. Next, the cortado. Now, if you find a latte is a little too milky for you, but straight espresso is too intense, this is your drink. It's a perfect 1-to-1 ratio of espresso and steamed milk, served in a small glass. It really lets the coffee flavors shine through. And finally, the red eye. Just like the name sounds, this one is for when you need a serious jolt of caffeine. It is brutally effective. Just a normal cup of drip coffee with a full shot of espresso dropped right in. It's not fancy, but wow, it gets the job done. So let's bring it all home. We've gone from that feeling of panic and chaos at the counter to having a clear, confident game plan for ordering exactly what you want. You see, it all boils down to this super simple 2-step process.
First, know what you want by understanding those basic building blocks: espresso, steamed milk, and foam. Second, use the ordering formula to say it clearly. That's it. That's the entire secret.
So, you're officially ready. You can walk into any coffee shop on the planet and order with total confidence. The only question left is, now that you know the difference between a bold Americano and a classic cappuccino, what's your choice going to be?